Hello everyone, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. We're going to use the Golden Tarot for your reading. I'm amazed at this deck because I've had it a long time. I've used it like crazy and yet it's still brand new. Some of them are made so exquisitely, they really are. All right, let's get into your bonus read. I'll give the cards a little bit of a shuffle before we get going. I probably do need to sort of change up my decks a little bit. But there's some at the moment I haven't really exhausted. So I'm still enjoying using them. It's nice to feel so calm and quiet after a good night's sleep. Feels a bit strange really, but I did wake up a little bit bewildered this morning. I usually get up and sort of bounce out of bed because I'm bright as anything about 4 o'clock in the morning, but the last couple of nights I've just slept much better, so I figure I'm not getting as much energy from the universe. All right, let's see where we're going here. Wow, okay, so we're starting off with a hard-hitting card, the Devil, the Devil energy. The Devil, I love the Devil card. For me, it's a deep, meaningful card. Some of the cards are very shallow, they have very basic meanings. They can't really be changed a whole lot, and you can sort of read them differently depending on what's around, but when the Devil card comes through, it is a hard-hitting card. The Devil card itself talks of everything connected to the ego. The ego is a part of us that develops over our lifetime and starts when we're very young. It's the part that protects us. It's the part that tells us things are good or bad, what we should and shouldn't be doing. It is our conscience. The thing is, the ego gets distorted by other people, because we tend to absorb around us from a very young age other people's thoughts, feelings, ideas, the schooling, the governments, the news. Everybody distorts our ideas of who we are. And many of us grow up scared to show our real faces because we are afraid or frightened of what that means. So that's why people wear masks, because their mask is their ego. It makes them feel safe to hide behind it. So people hide behind whatever they need to do rather than being true to who they are. The thing is, the ego isn't true. It is true in some ways. It is true in the ways that it needs to be true, because the ego protects you from danger. It is the voice in your head that your mother put there. Do not touch that. It's really hot and you will burn yourself. So that becomes part of what you know. And that is the part of the ego that is healthy. The part that says, don't jump off the cliff, you'll die. Don't, stay underwater for more than 5 minutes, you won't be able to breathe. So those parts of your ego are healthy and an essential part of your well-being. The parts of your ego that are not good for you are what other people put there because of their own, I want to say idiosyncrasies, but I think it's more around their own fears and their own misgivings or their own ideas of what things should be. But often things are put in your ego because people are jealous or overwhelmed by something that you have to give the world. And it freaks them out big time, especially if you're succeeding and they don't feel that they are. So those sort of things might be people saying horrible things about you to make themselves feel better. So it may be that they have told you can't succeed at something because you're not good enough, and that it does stay in your ego. Or, you're too short, you're too tall, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're too wrong color, wrong shape, wrong size. Those things stay with you and they're not yours. Why do we do that? Because we're already like sponges from the time we are born and old enough to take in. We know now before we are born some of those things take place. So there's this constant absorbing of these energies. So some people, because of the ego, if the ego is inflated, they can become quite narcissistic, very often through their own tragic childhoods. They can also, this can be about codependency and having addictions. It can be anything that you do to extreme out of fear or being judged by others. I want to say in here too, there is this energy of taking things personally, which is a really, really big one at the moment. So whatever the devil energy is, it's here to tell you that something needs to be addressed. You either need to understand the difference between your ego and who you are, or you are shedding here parts of this energy that no longer serve you. Whew, that's a big one. All right, so we have the moon behind that. So I know I need to focus on this really strongly this morning because this has been coming through in the energy in the last few days. The moon is a card that represents, we do represent Capricorn energy here, Pisces, Cancer energy with this. The moon is a card that talks about things being hidden. Wow. All right. When you have parts of your ego that do not serve you, so say for example a fear of, you may want to sing. Let's take singing. It's a really good one. You may have a part of you that wants to sing, but somebody could have told you that you cannot sing. And that sits in your ego then. So that little voice in your head says, don't sing, don't sing, don't sing, you can't sing. So what happens is your ego starts to push down all of these energies and emotions that do belong to you, that don't belong to the ego. So it's like other voices here are pushing down these energies here that belong to you and hiding them from you. So the moon talks about things being hidden from you and from view. It can be the universe. You could have written all of this into your Akashic record that you wanted to discover yourself at this time. But some of you are starting to discard parts of the ego, drop your mask, walk away from who you thought you were, because you're bringing to the surface here those parts of yourself you have hidden from the universe because you are scared to show them for fear of retribution. Whew. And they may have caused you pain. The Nine of Wands says to me, you may have gone around in this energy for a very long time questioning yourself, questioning who you are and what you have to offer. You may have a fear of relationships. You could have a fear of becoming successful. You could be self-sabotaging here. Big time. But something you are doing over and over again to hurt yourself. And the universe is saying here, you are the Empress. Look, don't question. This is who you are. Don't question who you are. You were born perfect. Don't be letting your ego stand in the way of what you want to become, who you are. Allow yourself to be true to your Empress energy. These are all major arcanas here. Be true to who you are. Drop your mask. Allow the universe to bring you what you rightfully desire. Okay, let's get going on it. Oh, well, beautiful. That couldn't be a more perfect card coming in at this time because we've now gone from the 9 to the 10. And that says to me that there's an energy here of a new start coming through, because the difference between the 9 and 10, of course, is 1, and the 1 is the ace. So there is something here that's going to push you into closing out a cycle here. That is the straw. For me, the Ace of Wands is like the straw that broke the camel's back. That is the final step in the pattern. This is you moving into a new time and understanding your own personal power. Wow, this is so... It is so overwhelming, I want to say, the energies here. Very, very powerful reading. There is a death of the old here. There is a death of the ego. There is a death of those parts of the ego that no longer serve you. So your ego stays in the healthy ways, but it goes where it doesn't need to be. So there's a transformation coming through, and it's through love. Wow, 8 of Swords. For some of you, this is coming through love. It definitely feels like it could be self-love and letting down the binds that tie you. For me, this is, look at her offering the cup to the person in the swords. There is a strong, this is such a powerful reading. There is a strong feeling that you will be offered something that is going to help you let go of these ties that bind you where you are. This is freeing yourself of these ego constraints. Now, it could be coming via an offer of love, but I feel like this is you offering yourself love here. This is you seeing who you truly are and giving yourself the love you so rightly desire, that you may have felt in the past you didn't deserve. So if you've had that sort of difficult start in life, you may not have been loved the way you wanted to be loved, which means that now you can give that love to yourself. All right, something is coming in. 8 of Wands coming through here. 5 of Pentacles. Just when you're at your lowest point here. Look at this energy. It's like a change is afoot. Oh boy, it's right on your doorstep. Whatever this is coming for you is coming very quickly. This is very Tower energy. Very much like the Tower energy. It's like boom, you are going to get a sign here from the universe to say this is what we need to do from here on inwards. This has to go. You're going to have some sort of enlightenment here, and it's going to help you close out this cycle. I feel like some of you are in a very tight bind at the moment. You may be feeling quite low, quite flat, and lacking a lot of energy, lacking a lot of direction. It's because you are at the end of this cycle, waiting to move into a new time. Something is releasing you here through love. All right, 3 of Swords coming through with the Page of Wands and the Page of, 2 of Wands, Page of Wands. Wow. Isn't that funny? I called the Page of Wands on the 2 of Wands and then got the Page of Wands. That is just so beautiful. All right, so the ego is being shed here. Parts of the ego that have kept your talents, skills, love, energies down low, because maybe you didn't believe you had them with this ego energy. You're about to surprise yourself here. There is some sort of closing out of a cycle here, and some sort of, I feel like it's like this death card. There's some sort of rebirth. You're starting to understand who you are. You're starting to see yourself here and letting go of the energies here. The Page of Coins for me is always, look, letting go. You're letting go of something. Some sort of gift is coming in here to help you let go of something. Some sort of fear, some sort of energy that's held you in place. And I feel like some of you may be going through that at the moment. You may be starting to shed those old energies, but maybe it doesn't look that way with the 5 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Wow. 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 3 of... It's like you're punishing yourself. This is what the ego is doing to you. Your ego is punishing you here. You're going through some sort of dark night of the soul here, and you're about to let go and jump on the ride, I want to say. You're about to get some sort of message. Oh, look at this. That is absolutely beautiful. She's just come around again. For some of you, it's through a Virgo here. Somebody who's a Virgo, somebody who's going to just help you see your true value here. Some sort of message coming through. Let me just see what it is. It's the Lovers card with that 9 of Wands again. The Chariot coming through with the Moon. Somebody's about to enlighten you here in some way. There's the Devil card again. Somebody's helping you here. Now, it may not be that this person is a lover or a person who's in love with you. It might be this person is somebody you're working with. It may be as simple as you're working with a counselor, a teacher, or somebody who's going to help you to see the way here. Whoever this person is, they're moving you forward after this sort of energy of being held back. They're helping you to see through this ego energy. Something is going on here. And it's coming in as some sort of communication. Oh, and again, straight out of the deck, that was completely at random. Oh my goodness, how could you have any more confirmation about who you are? You're about to see yourself in your own true light. That's what I want to say. You're about to really see yourself as you stand, who you are. All right, let's have a look at the Elemental Oracle here. Although I do feel I want to pull one from the Colette Baron Reid one too. So let's just put these down for a moment. Okay, all right. The Wise Woman of Wonderland. Card 21. This is about integrity and compromise. The Wise Woman of Wonderland brings integrity to thought, word and deed. She lets you know that as long as you're in the flow of honesty and being true to your word, she keeps you under her protection and care. When she appears as your ally, she signals a time when honesty pays off, yielding greater dividends than you expected. You'll be thankful that you remained faithful and loyal to your path. She reminds you that compromise isn't always an option. Stay true to yourself first and foremost. Although it may appear you could lose something as a result, you can never lose what is truly yours. I feel here this is coming out of fear with this card. There is some sort of fear that's held you back in life. Some sort of fear, and it may have come through as procrastination, self-sabotage, stopping yourself from really having what you desire. You're letting go of this somehow. All right, and the other card I pulled from the element of beginnings, the card of East. Worry not, a new dawn is breaking. Let go of the old and embrace the new. Flow forward without heaviness or anxiety. New ways are being called to you. Speak up with a clear voice. Do not resist change. How amazing is that? What an amazing reading. Thank you.